As you can see, Ramsey's show ending over there on his channel. We'll check him out.
Did you know you can listen to the Ramsey show on your smart speaker? Just tell Alexa, Google Assistant,
James
or Siri
Childs
to play
talking
the Ramsey
there.
Show podcast. Check out all Ramsey Network shows on your smart speaker today.
Alrighty, so that's over. We'll get rid of that. Whoops, load. There we go. Alrighty, today is episode 112 according to that. Which, why would it lie? I'm the one that typed it in there. Not a mistype. Oh, let's see. Chat. I started typing this in already, and schedule a free financial consultation assessment, ramseycoach.com/Coach Deep Money. There's a handy link at the top of the chat. Oh, let's see. What else we got? Right up there. Where's it? Right there is the... I rarely look at myself on here, so I don't really know where it is. So a lot of times I'm going, oh, it's up here somewhere, you know. Like I'm be way over here, and it's not there. It's there. So that's why. Oh, let's see. Donations. What up, AJ? PayPal.me/Coach Steve Money. And that is down there. And that takes up the whole bottom. So I'm pretty much safe no matter where I point at on that one. And AJ says he's living the dream. Cool. That was 5 cools there. What else did I... Oh, and email about anything is CoachDeepMoney@gmail.com. And that is, again, right there. What up, Tina? Alright, let's go ahead and get going. What screens do I need up? I need that one. Alright. Okay, not going to do the whole song today. I mean, I like it, but I don't know. I don't know that everybody else likes it as much as I do and wants to sing along with it every day. So I'll just do the bridge and the chorus today. I'll try to come in at the right spot. Here we go. Well, I screwed up already. Hold on. Screwed up again. Darn it. Okay. Well, I'll just try to get it here. It's hard to do because all the verses and everything starts before the music starts. So we'll just try to do this here. Let's see. I'll just try to time it. I'll start to sing, then I hit the button. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach and why I host this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Live from Columbus, OH, it's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show brought to you by Tina Scher, the Queen of Sheba. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial, and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I am a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment at ramseycoach.com/Coach Steve Money. Handy link at the top of the chat. I can't remember which side it's on. Sorry, it's at one of the sides. The chat is. If you don't see the chat, you probably have it full screen. So go down to unfull screen, and then you can see the chat. Let's see. You can also reach me at CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Right there, and also on. You can add me on the Grum. Whoops, I always do that. You can add me on the Grum at Coach Steve Money. No spaces. Also Twitter. I think I have 2 followers on there last time I checked, and one of them is Stephen Glenn. So the Twitter doesn't seem to be popping as much as the Grum. And if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that would be paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Also a handy link at the top of the chat. Let's check out. Speaking of the chat, let's check it out. What up, Sid? Dr. Pepper with cream soda today. They make it like that now? You don't have to mix it yourself? Oh, I guess so. Okay. Thanks for the IOs, my friends. Preach. Probably got a little sugar in that. Sid's Hubs loves cream soda, but he's mad about the Dr. Pepper and cream. So if you guys have seen it or tasted it, let us know. Put it in the comments. Speaking of trying drinks, I still have the brand new reformulated, what's it called? Coke Zero Sugar. And so, even more delicious. It says it right on the bottle. And so I still have that. So I need to do a taste test on that and let you know what I think. As a huge fan of the Diet Coke. And I will let you know, because you'll see the video. Today's Ramsey Show was a replay. They have enrichment going on there this week. And so, host's busy doing that. Hosts on today's replay were Dave Ramsey, author of Total Money Makeover, and Ken Coleman, author of From Paycheck to Purpose, which is available for pre-order now. And other personalities have books as well, but I won't mention them because that would prompt me to sing perhaps a song about it. But let's go. How about we go to market report? And for the market report, as you can see, it is. Do I need to make that bigger? No, I think that's all right. Mixed, as you can see. The Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 Index both down. S&P 500 very slightly. It was trying to be up, as you can see, it was trying to be up most of the day, but then it was like, yeah. So, yeah. NASDAQ up though. This is the one day. This is everything that happened today. There. Oh, I can turn the. I have the fan off, and I'll turn the speakers off, so it shouldn't be any sound anyway from anything bothering us. And Russell Small Cap Index up 0.18%. Okay, speaking of the NASDAQ, here's all your most followed stocks on the Google. And Amazon, the only one of those down. Tesla, Facebook, Microsoft, Alphabet, which owns Google, and Apple, all up today. Alrighty. Oh, let's see. I won't be able to see that when the stock market pulls back. Keep buying, especially these 5 companies. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's probably Apple and Google. Well, let's see if it'll let me see it. Come on. Oh yeah. Microsoft, Energy, Ground Zero names. It's not saying like 5, especially these 5 companies. Did I miss that? Microsoft, ConocoPhillips, and Yum China. Alright, doesn't look like they have a list. Yeah, looks like they have sprinkled. They probably sprinkled in some other companies in here somewhere. Microsoft, the ConocoPhillips. That's one of the energy ones. Energy services, Schlumberger. That sounds made up. Ground Zero names. So often investing, it pays to be the contrarian and run toward problems, not away. If you think you have the stomach for this style of investing, then consider 2 quality companies that derive a lot of their revenue in China. I see. Okay, so because there's problems and the market there had been going down, that's when you buy it. And so if you're going to do, there's a Chinese gaming, social media, and cloud services company called Tencent. And stock is down 42% from highs earlier this year. So they think that's pretty good, though, still an idea. Of course, we don't do the single stocks. But it is interesting to see what they think is going to be the best. And of course, this is just one person's opinion, and this is on Market Watch. Back into the chat. Sid does have a new lovely profile pic. I suggest you guys check that out. George did not answer. Normally he gives up the info on the schedule a little bit, or at least as far as he's involved. But he did not today. Actually, didn't he just say yo and that's it? Actually, it was you. Why O like 2 or 3 O's, and he didn't ever post anything again. I don't think. What up, Yanil? Am I pronouncing that correctly? Is it Yanil? Tina loves it when George pops into the chat. It's pretty cool. Reminds me of the old days when he would host the YouTube show when it was live. When we had out commercial time needed to be filled. Yanil, that's a question. Random question. Steve, do you feel the same way about Bitcoin like David does? People are so hyped with that lately. Bitcoin, you mean? Yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah, it hasn't. I mean, people have made a lot of money with it, and I watched that same comedian that did that ad read. He did a show about cryptocurrency with a guy that has been in it since 20 like 2008, I think, something like that. So he's been in it a while, and if you bought it then, you have made a bunch of money on that. But as far as like what right now, it's just worth what people think it's worth, and that's different than say Amazon, where people think it's worth something, but people go on the website and they buy stuff from there every day. And so as far as the cryptocurrency is not being accepted in China at all, so you got a whole country not accepting it. You can't go into a grocery store and buy anything with Bitcoin. I think Boosted said you kind of can, because you can get like a cash card that you can use in a store, and it will draw from your cryptocurrency and do all those transactions. But whether there's like transaction fees and stuff, that's debatable. Some of them have. I think there's one he said that doesn't have it. But anyway, so it's got to be much more widely accepted, probably for especially people like Dave, but for even for me, because it would take a lot. It has to be, as I said, much more accepted. As far as a currency itself, and right now it's just and the problem is it's not backed by anything except itself. Ellie feels this way about it. Some people's made a ton of money off them, but feel like they're kind of like single stocks to me. Yeah, but even less. A single stock of any company, you can see that they sell something, but that's it's like you buying a single stock of $1, like in the dollar, or anything else that you could possibly trade. It's kind of like gold, that kind of thing. Ellie says some people make a ton mining crypto. Also know people who made a ton of money off that too. Yeah, you don't make. I guess any is better than none, but unless you have a warehouse full of computers doing it, like if you have one computer running it, you'll make a little bit. But yeah, the if you got in right at the start of it, and you have constantly been getting it, buying it, yeah, you made a ton of money. But like yesterday, when the stock market went down so much, all the crypto went down even more. Oh, Ellie says in Texas that the HEB, is that HEB or HEB? Never heard of it. Grocery store, she said crypto as an ATM. Tina thought Dave was going to go off on that guy the other day that wanted to move to mine it while his wife didn't. Yeah. Unil says she's heard Anthony O'Neill say, try buying groceries with a gold bar. Yeah, that's true. True that. What up, Maddie Bags? HEB. All right, got it, Ellie. Yeah, we don't have that here in the Ohio or in the Virginia, or in the Missouri, which are all places that I've lived. And that is another scam, likely. Let's see. Mining can make money. Her hubby has mined. How many computers, Ellie? Just curious. Let's see what we got. We got this fine article from the Business Insider, and this was submitted by the Queen of Sheba, Tina Scher. And financial planners say their clients thank them the most for 5 smart money tips. And a lot of times what we like to do with articles like these is see if anything sounds familiar, if anything from there might be a baby step, or might be the opposite of a baby step in some cases. Financial planners say their clients get the most value from a handful of money tips. These tips include how to save for the near future, how to choose the right life insurance. Other advice: time in the market is better than timing the market. You can use your HSA to invest. Let's see, do we have a list here or not? No, just paragraphs. All right. Okay, don't just save for the far away future. What that means would be that would be like your 3B for saving for a house. That would mean even step 3 for saving for an emergency. Otherwise, that would be saving for anything else. Would be like a sinking fund that you would do. Like if you know you're going to have to replace your car, that kind of thing. Let's see. Says it's not this financial planner says it's not enough to just save for later on in life, and his clients appreciate strategies that focus on the near future as well. You need to save in the right ways to provide you with the flexibility to use money throughout your life rather than just waiting until age 59.5. when most pre-tax account penalties disappear. He encourages clients to save in different buckets, each with a corresponding investment strategy: 0 to 5 years, 5 to 15, and 15 plus. The 0 to 5 years is not feasible, according to Dave Ramsey, because less than that, the market could be down when you want to get the money out. So 0 to 5 years. It has to be 5 years or over. So, and you're not really, it's that many people handcuff their ability to enjoy money throughout life because they only save in their 401k. But by also saving the Roth IRA and brokerage account, you give yourself flexibility to utilize money much earlier in life. But as something like for 5 years, you wouldn't go into the market for that. To just spend willy-nilly. If you have like a specific thing you want to buy or something like that, then yeah, you would, like, that's your different bucket. That could be a different account, or just a different just a section in your spreadsheet or whatever. But yeah, I got to be over 5 years to save using the stock market. Let's see, get a financial education. It's good to learn about that. Oh, okay, I guess that's one of the tips, to seek out personal advice along the way. That's why you would consult advisors, financial planners. Unlike financial advice that tells others what to do, education provides the clarity and confidence for families to make their own well-informed decisions. Something that someone with the heart of a teacher would do, perhaps. Given the uncertainty and financial variables out of our control on the path to and through retirement, having clarity about one's financial situation and a measurable action plan to refine the plan has greater value than the numbers on the page. Fair enough. And what kind of life insurance is needed? That is not a baby step, but definitely that happens like even before the baby steps. That happens immediately, no matter what baby step you're on. And there's a whole lesson on insurance in Financial Peace University. And they just filmed a bunch of the Financial Peace University Accelerated course last weekend, I believe it was. Probably to replace a bunch of it that had... I'm blanking on his name. Chris Hogan. Probably a bunch to replace his content in that. And treat your HSA as a long-term investment account. All right, and Dave doesn't have any problem with that. You just would do your 401k if you have that as an option, and a Roth, and then if you are still gonna have money to invest, then you could put it in HSA as well, and he does that. And time in the market is better than timing the market, and that's correct. You just over the years, it always goes up to new highs, and just staying in there and not when it came down the other day. If you sold, you lost that money. Even the money that came in the NASDAQ that it came up today, you would have lost that if you cashed out. So that's the opportunity lost there. All right. No one can consistently time the market, and more often than not, the market has gone the opposite direction of what the client may expect. Yep, that's true. That's why you, as somebody, I think Tina Scher herself said, you don't get off the roller coaster. You don't jump off the roller coaster. Don't get on unless you're going to ride it. Let's see what we got in the chat here. What a fascinating art. That would be a financial coach that would help you with a budget. They may, especially if you're paying them for, if you're paying them like flat fees. If they're paying just with what they make you, maybe not, unless they think them helping you with a budget would help them make more money. So, but generally not. Generally, the SmartVestor Pros are just to help you with investing advice, although they are familiar with other money issues, other money things, so that they could advise you on those as well. But that would not be their specialty or their main deal. And a financial coach would that would be helping with the budget would be one of the big things that financial coach could do. Let's see, Sid looking at mortgage stuff. Yep, yeah, that's what happens. She sent out a lot of emails to lenders, and most of them just spat back an automated apply for a mortgage email. Yep. Why isn't life insurance a baby step, like baby step 0? Yeah, I mean it's part of the 0 because you're supposed to get it no matter what step you're on. And so yeah, I mean that's why 0 is debatable as to what it is. It's all that stuff. It's anything you can think of that doesn't matter what baby step you're on, that you should have that in place. So yeah, Dave says basically part of your 4 walls, right? Exactly. Sid says someone called in and asked where life insurance was in the baby steps. Dave basically said it's more important than the baby steps. So there you go. So that's 0. So Tina has declared that to be step 0. Among step 0. One of my things about step 0 is to get in the mindset of doing the rest of the steps. You decide that debt isn't going to be an option anymore. You just say it's not going to be an option. Except for home mortgage. Home mortgage, Dave will not yell at you for having a home mortgage. I don't know what to expect. You didn't say price. Yeah, SmartVestor Pro, like I said, most of them I think do percentage of what they make you. And more of them recently have been saying, well, you don't have enough for me to deal with. So, just good luck to you or something. Some of them say, invest on your own or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what exactly what they've told people, but people have reported in the chat. Some of our regulars even have had it. Kelly G's been. That's right. This was a planned absence for her this week. Didn't she say she had something going on where she wouldn't be able to be with us that much this week? I think. So, yeah, Sid says life insurance, health insurance, a will. And as far as baby step 0, anything else you guys can think of that would be in baby step 0? Life insurance, health insurance, will, deciding that debt's not going to be an option for you anymore. The 4 walls, obviously, which is what? Transportation, like utilities, housing. Tina says she got it in 4, 5, 6, but then again, she doesn't do things in order. Well, you would if you knew the order, maybe. Whatever you done, it seems to have worked out for you. So you'll be fine there, and eventually you'll be on step 7. So eventually. Do I help budgeting because you're really not that good? Yes, that is one of the things I do as a financial coach. Absolutely. Yep, thanks, Sid. She put in my email address there so that I could be contacted for a free financial consultation. Sid says, Churchill said they will work with us to get the score up if needed. They know how to get my score up quickly, which is interesting. Seeing that Dave recommends them. Has Dave recommended them recently? I think he has, right? Hasn't he? Or has he stopped? Let's see. With a lower score, you can still go on. The interest is just different. Yeah. Ellie says, baby step 0, realizing you have a problem. Absolutely. Sydney will let us know if that's what they have to do to get score up quickly. I can't imagine, but it would have to be some kind of debt interaction, I would assume, unless there's some way you can trick it by getting a score report, maybe. I don't know. Oh, reporting rent, utility, cell phone, etc. payments to get FICO up. Maybe that could be it. That would be, yeah. Okay, and so that would be fine, obviously, but most of the time it's going to be interacting with debt, which is a no-no. Alrighty, this from CNBC. Democrats plan for. We've talked about a couple things of that they've been thinking about for trying to fund. Well, I'll just read it to you. The article title is Democrats plan for new exchange traded fund tax draws industry fire. The key points: Senate Finance Committee Chairman Ron Wyden, Democrat from Oregon, has proposed a new tax on exchange traded funds to help pay for the Democrats' $3.5 trillion budget plan. The measure aims to stop wealthy investors and companies from skirting capital gains taxes on in-kind transactions. However, industry opponents say the plan may hurt millions of everyday investors. Senate Finance Committee Chairman, which we've already said his name, wants to crack down on in-kind transactions within ETFs, which allow financial institutions to swap the underlying assets for another without producing capital gains. Which, I mean, that's you're not taking it. You're not taking the money out of the bank. You just have something basically like it's just you're leaving your stuff in your bank account or in your brokerage account, and you're just like selling one stock and buying another, and so then it's not really a gain if it's the same amount. So, and it's one of the primary tax advantages ETFs have over actively managed mutual funds, which distribute taxable gains to investors, often at the end of the year. However, the measure may have unintended consequences for the $6.8 trillion U.S. ETF market, including millions of smaller investors. And I read in here, nearly 12 million U.S. households own ETFs, according to Investment Company Institute data, with a median income of $125,000. These investors use ETFs to save for retirement, pay for higher education, afford a down payment for a house, and other milestones to build financial security. And so they're getting pushbacks here. And he says we're only talking about the taxable accounts of the wealthiest investors, and that is if it's all of them, then that's not true. But again, this is just basically just thoughts they're running by people as far as how to pay for it. AJ's out. Ellie says she learned that manual underwriting, they make up a credit score because the lenders all use a number system. All right. It's fun to make up a score if you could. Exactly. Sid says just put me down for 750. That's right. Tina's is over 820. There you go. Now, kids, it's not a race. Yep, Ellie close to moving. 10 days. And she found out they appraised. Now, righty. This is also from CNBC. 3 key differences between a Roth 401k and a Roth IRA. Roth 401k accounts and individual retirement accounts allow for after-tax savings. Money withdrawn during retirement is tax-free. However, there are some big differences between Roth 401k plans and Roth IRAs. They include contribution limits, income qualification, and required minimum distributions. Roth accounts are after-tax accounts with unique benefits for retirement savings, namely investments grow tax-free and withdrawals aren't subject to tax during one's retirement years. But there are some key differences between Roth savings and a 401k and an individual brand of Roth. Contributions, IRAs and 401k plans carry annual savings limits. However, investors can stash away more money in a Roth 401k relative to a Roth IRA. The Roth 401k is the same as the regular 401k, which is $19,500, and it is $6,000, and and that is $6,000 for a person under 50 years of age. Over 50 years of age, they let you do $1,000 more, so $7,000 for that. For us old people, that started late. Not everyone can save in a Roth IRA. Investors are ineligible if their annual income exceeds a certain level. By comparison, Roth 401k plans don't have an income limit. Some workers may not have the Roth 401k option available to them, though. Your employer has to offer the Roth 401k. If their income has to be less than $125,000, you can contribute the maximum amount to a Roth IRA. And I think it's a little sliding scale from $125,000 to $140,000. Once you get to $140,000, you can't do Roth IRA except for the backdoor Roth. Also, required minimum distribution. Roth IRAs don't carry annual required minimum distributions for their owners. As a result, savers don't need to withdraw money from the accounts during their lifetimes. Their heirs do, however. Roth 401k accounts do require distribution starting at age 72. Distribution was a hard word for me to say, apparently. Like savers in traditional pre-tax retirement accounts. Unlike withdrawals from pre-tax accounts, Roth distributions after age 59.5 are tax-free. Alrighty, back to the chat. Ellie says the country, sticks, boonies are not hot markets at the moment. Alrighty, we have from TheVerge.com, PayPal's updated app helps it act more like your bank account. And savings accounts are coming later this year. So sounds like they want to be your one-stop shop. They want to be your bank. PayPal is updating its mobile app with a new visual design, support for a high-yield savings account, and a way to find coupons in-app. Coupons or coupons? The debate continues. In the past, the company prioritized sending and receiving money and cryptocurrencies, but its new app is trying to be a little bit of everything to everyone, and it's available today. The immediately noticeable change is a visual one. The old payment-focused PayPal app put sending and receiving money at the forefront, with your account balance the first thing you see when you open the app. PayPal app's new homepage is a dashboard of sorts with quick access to your balance, the amount of crypto you own, and your frequent contact. It sorts other options under dedicated tabs and hubs. Direct deposit and features like PayPal's credit and debit cards are under the Wallet tab. Payments Hub is where you'll find peer-to-peer payments, bill pay, charitable donations, and which may be eligible for deduction, and messaging. The shopping tab keeps track of coupons or coupons and loyalty programs. Is it loyalty or loyalty? And finally, the finance tab features cryptocurrency and the new high yield savings account, which again, they don't have that yet. They don't have that yet. It's coming out later this year. Yeah, so PayPal just wants to be your bank. PayPal's new app is jam-packed with features to the point where there's a good chance that not everyone is going to use or even be aware of all of them. A more focused approach would probably be better for the average user, but the new PayPal app seems just as focused on making casual users reliant on more PayPal features as it is pleasing power users. Yeah, they want to be your bank. Alrighty. Back to the chat. Ellie was worried they wouldn't appraise. Ellie, do you mean appraise for the amount that the house that you're buying the house for, at least, or more? Is that what you mean when you say wouldn't appraise? Ellie says, if you refi too much, you put your house underwater. Ask me how she knows that. Hey, Ellie, how do you know? How do you know that? How do you know if you refi too much, you put your house underwater? I wonder how she knows that. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, she's I'm right about the appraise. She was just abbreviating appraise for enough amount. Because you can get an appraisal on anything you want. You just got to pay somebody to do that. Tina Share makes me nervous to refi to 15. Why? If you're already paying as much as your payment will be at that point. Why do you like the almost like the extra? What is that called? Extra space in there, monetary space to do stuff you want to do instead of being house payment poor. Is that it, Tina? Ellie's husband's parents with a lifetime power of attorney refied his house $100K underwater by doing 5 refis. Yikes! Oh, that's right. He's in the military, so they had the lifetime power of attorney. That's right. Oh. Neil found out too. How much you have to pay for mortgage in 15 years, then from 30 years, and it's only $400 more. To principal a month. She found out today. Of course, it depends on the amount you're refinancing. Ellie's not ever going to refi. I guess we'll pay that off no matter what the APR is. Alrighty. I forgot to do Tina's rate's not bad. Just want to get it paid off before hubby retires. Well, just tell him he has to work more. The King of Sheba might just have to work more. Alright, I forgot to get in Ohio. Fact of the day. Oh, There should be a website that just changes the fact of the day for me, so I can just go to that every day. I think I checked this one before. Yeah, the bridge looks familiar there. I don't know where that is. Yeah, we probably did all these. Shawshank Redemption was shot at the Ohio State Reformatory in Mansfield. It was later used for Air Force One, and you can take tours of the facility. Cuyahoga River. Sorry if that's not correct. I think it's Cuyahoga. Has caught on fire at least 13 times. It's aptly nicknamed the river that caught fire. The river was one of the most polluted rivers in the country and would catch fire after sparks from the train would fall into the water. After a highly media-covered fire in 1969, Congress was inspired to clean up pollution across the country and establish the Environmental Protection Agency. How about that? Rainy, and my notes are where? Over here. Let's see. Upcoming streams. This show, the Ramsey Show, Aftershow show, even after a repeat. It's on live every weekday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right after the Ramsey Show YouTube ends, except where my computer repair job interferes, and it is normally only delayed by an hour, so it'll be like 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's the case. But almost, how many we've done? 112. I think all of them have been at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, except for maybe 4 of them. I didn't do a show one complete day. But other than that, like some delayed ones, maybe 3 times delayed, something like that. Also, I will usually start a live stream just for chatting in the early mornings if the Ramsey Show mod has not posted that day's show by 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And that happened, I think, 8 times in the past 3 months, something like that. Also upcoming, which didn't happen last night, a Madden 22 rematch with Bella's boyfriend Justin. He did not get back to me after saying he could play. He had something to do first. He was visiting his aunt or something like that, and so maybe he got back late or something like that. So that will happen at some point. Father-daughter video gaming sometime this week, I would expect. That was our plan. Bella and I will be playing an older game called Trine. It is a side-scroller game, and there are 3 characters there, and you can change back and forth between the 3 characters. 3 people could play it, but my son doesn't want to have anything to do with my YouTube experience. I'm sure he'll be glad to take any money that it generates after I die. But for now, he doesn't want to have anything to do with it. We'll see. He could change his mind later. Trine also has 3 sequels, so we might play those as well. But I would expect that we would intersperse other games in between them, that we wouldn't play just Trine, then Trine 2, then Trine 3, then Trine 4. All right. And coach, financial coach support and tech support, which would go like this. Reddit.com r/Dave Ramsey. All right. This is not a question, probably. It's just somebody posting success, which is excellent. Paid over house, $453K in 3 years. That's awesome. They reached top of baby step 7. Okay, so here we go. Why is the dude against financing? This is why you love Reddit. I can buy the iPhone 13 outright, no problem. Or I can use my Apple Card 0% financing and spread out the payments across 24 months. What are the downsides? The downsides are that you would be in debt for that amount. And you are making payments. Which, if you want to do that, that's fine. But then you're not on baby steps. You're not following Dave Ramsey's advice. And that's fine because that's your money. The problem is when you say, oh, I can use my Apple Card 0% financing. What if you can't pay it 1 month? Then all that interest is coming back. Trust me on that. So that's the deal on that. And let's see what we can see what people have suggested. Yep, think ahead. If you miss a payment, it's not pretty. I planned and life got in the way. Missed 2 payments, 30% interest, not worth it. This one does disagree with Dave. Was able to get $800 off a new phone with trading in my old one, but only if I financed the new one. I said, sure, why not? Paid off the phones as soon as the first bill came in, and that's that's you're paying off the credit card every month. Deal. You might not have been, something may have come up, you might have had an emergency, you might not have been able to do that either. So, you lose the credit if you pay the phone off. This is how they get you. This is how they get you. And here's your Dave answer down here from THE Coma. If you can't afford to pay cash for the phone, you cannot afford it. Why go into debt even if it's 0 interest debt? And the person says time value of money. I don't know what time value means, but there we go. So yeah, you're talking about $50 over 2 years. So, but yeah, everybody has their opinion on it, and this one I knew this one would be a lot of back and forth in the comments. Yeah. So, but anyway, that's basically how financial coach support will go, with me being an accredited, a certified Ramsey coach, also Ramsey preferred coach, and yeah. So that will be fun to do. Have not done that. I've done a similar one where I go on the tech support subreddit, and I answer people's questions from there about stuff that's wrong with their computers. Alrighty. Oh my goodness, it is time to leave work. Let's catch up with the chat and then we'll get out of here. Me telling me he has to work more. I'll send him an email, Tina, if you want me to. They're talking about paying off house still. Ellie said, "Oh Lord, no, do not finance a cell phone." Ask me how I know that. Yeah. Tina Scher always buys phones outright. Not planning on getting a new one for a long time, but they come out every 3 months. Let's see. Yanil's dad has the first iPhone and he's wealthy. I know now why. Oh, he still has the first iPhone. Wow, I'm surprised that works. Nice. Just reconnected with him at age 40 after so many years. I wish I would have done it before. I wouldn't be in the mess I am, right? Sounds like he might have been a good good financial role model anyway. I don't know what else went on there, but yeah. He drives a car with 350,000 miles on it too, and he's a millionaire? Absolutely he is. Absolutely he is. Alrighty, guys. I will see you tomorrow morning unless I do, I have to work. I have to get up at 4 a.m., so probably not a stream tonight, but you never know. Never know if I get some energy and so forth. I might do that. Alrighty. But definitely we'll see you. At the very latest, I'll be in the Ramsey Show chat. Which could be, Ramsey Show could be another replay tomorrow. Do not know. Do not know about that. George didn't give up anything. He just said you, Y-O-O-O, in the chat. Anyway, make smart financial decisions every single day. Bye, guys. Have a good night.